Alright, what's good, y'all? Basically, in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best trading guide for Project Slayers. I did get this idea off another YouTuber called Saint Noah, but his was a little bit outdated, so I'm here to update it a little bit. So here's the things I'm going to go over in this video just before we start. First thing I'm going to do is show you guys a tier list slash value list that's actually solid. Second, I'm going to show you guys scams to watch out for. And I don't mean scams like the scams they have to be dumb as hell to fall for. I mean scams like when people try to scam you in terms of an item's value. Y'all will see when I explain it. And last but not least will be my trading tips, which help me get to such a high value. Alright, so first let's start off with the items values. Champ items are the only items that are not valued in ores, besides tier 3 weapons, so I'm gonna go over those first. Alright, so it's gonna be a little tricky to explain, but y'all just listen up. Basically, each tier 3 dev weapon is 5 to 6 Akaza sets, and each champion item is worth about 5 to 9 tier 3 weapons. So if you do 6 times 9, that gives you about 54. So the most expensive champion item will be 54 Akaza sets, which is the scarf. Alright, so now let's break that down even more and let you guys know the value of Akaza sets. I did make a video about 2 days ago on the full trading buy list for Project Slayers. If y'all do want to watch that, you guys can just click on my channel, go down about 2 videos and it'll be there. But Akaza sets are on 200 to 250 ores in value. So if you times that by about 6, then you guys can get 1200 ores per tier 3 Devour weapon. And then times that by 5 to 9 again to find the value of champion items, and you guys can get about 6,000 to about 11,000. So the value of champ items is about 5,000 to 12,000 is what I would say. Another thing I'd actually recommend you guys doing is joining my Discord server, because there are a bunch of trading tools in there. You can ping me for WRL trades, so I'll tell you if your trades are WRL within 5 to 7 minutes of you pinging me. There's also a complete, fully decked out value list in there too. Also, another Discord you should join is the Slayers Trading Hub. This Discord has trades being posted every single second. So if you stick around there for about an hour or two, you should be able to get hella value. But yeah, that's basically basic values for the high value items. For the lower value items, I would just recommend joining my Discord server and reading the value list there, or watching my other video. It's your choice, but I'm just kind of for the higher traders, I guess. Anyway, next I got scams that you guys should look out for. So basically, with everything dropping hella in value recently, people have getting scammed and ripped off a lot more. Something important they have to know is that Devour items are now worth more than Akaza sets and stuff like that. That is very important. So if someone offers you their Akaza set for your dev set, do not take that. That is a big scam. Same thing with Enmu. Basically, just be aware of value changes, because values are changing basically every day at this point. Also, watch out for people that try to make you trade in 2 different trades. That is bogus as hell. They'll basically tell you, yo, I'll trade you this, but you gotta trade me that first. We need to do in 2 different trades or something like that. That should be pretty obvious. Don't fall for that. But the last thing I'm gonna talk about is basically the middleman scam. They will invite you to a whole ass Discord server and tell you, yo, we need to use this middleman right here. And 95% of the time, it is gonna be a scam, and the middleman will take your items and they will split it. The person that scammed you is called the hitter, and the middleman is basically the guy that owns the server. So yeah, just don't use middleman at all. There's no point when the trading system in the game is already fair and balanced. But yeah, those are basically the most famous scams you guys should look out for. Alright, and last but not least is my tip for the quickest way to become rich in the game. A lot of people just go and do normal trades, which is actually really kind of dumb in my opinion. It's gonna be very hard to convince someone else to give you their higher value item for your lower value item, which is why that's not my method of trading. So what I actually did is I actually invested in champion sets. Let me explain what that means. So basically, back when champion items were cheap, when each one was about 6 to 7 Akaza sets per piece, I bought 2.5 entire champion sets. Now keep in mind, your value doesn't have to be as high as mine. Like, you don't have to invest in champion sets. You can invest in basically anything you want. But basically, with the value being so unstable, I basically traded off those champion sets for 6 times more than what I paid for them. Like, it was actually crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it was literally 6x my value. That is just a big example, because that's what I did to gain the most value. But you guys could do it with smaller items. Like, you could even invest in an Akaza set right now, because it'll probably go back up because all dupes are patched right now. But yeah, basically just invest in something, anything you could afford. Even if you have 10 ores, just invest in something, try to find a good deal. And with the values changing basically every day, you probably could like 3 to 4x your value in about 2 days. So yeah, that's personally what I did. You guys don't have to do that. You guys can do the normal method of trading, but that would be way too basic to put in a trading tip video. And that personally doesn't work for me, just because it's so hard to convince someone to give you their higher value item for your lower value item. But yeah, that's basically all I got for this video. If y'all do enjoy, make sure to go and drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.